Welcome back, beautiful beings. Today I want to make crisscross pockets out of 6x6 paper. Okay, this paper, in case you have it, or if you don't have it, you can use whatever 6x6 paper you have. Okay, but this might be a little confusing for you, but I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. Okay, this is from Hobby Lobby. Okay, you get 48 sheets. Okay. And if it is confusing, it's probably me, not you. This is how you start out. You have two pieces of paper. I'm doing this to begin with because I screwed it all up until I got an idea of to use scrap, because this is single-sided. Okay, I got a 6x6 piece of paper. You just cut it in half. Okay, then you fold it over like this. And turn that way so the crease is on the right. Then I got this one, fold it over, and the crease is on the left. Okay, now what you want to do is we're going to make a crisscross and put that in there. Okay, but that is going to cover that side up, and I don't like that. Okay, let's do the crisscross. So you cut this like that. Okay, diagonally, as neat as you can. Don't do that too neat. Okay, and then you take this one. So this one's on the right with a crease on the right. This one's on the left with a crease on the left. Okay, so now I'm going to take this and hopefully do a better job. There we go. Put those to the side, and then you're supposed to take it and go like that. But what I don't like is that when you do that, you're using two pieces hiding the paper, and you're wasting paper for the pocket on the top. Okay? And if you do this, as you can see, even if you cut it off this side end instead of the other, it still does it. Where now it's on the top, and you want a pocket on the top, so you can't have that on the top. Trust me, I've gone through this and wasted a bunch of paper, which you will see how I fixed them. You will see. All right, so I'm going to bring in some paper. Let's do the tree. We're going to bring in scrap paper. This one already lines up good. So all I'm going to do is turn it over and cut my scrap paper to size to line up with that. Right? And we're going to use that for the inside. Then I have more. Let's do a deer. Or a sled. What's that got on it? Oh, I thought it had snowflakes. Don't. But I'm going to bring in this one. And you want that at the bottom, so it's going to go the other way. Okay? So this one's over here, and this one's over here. Okay? So this one's on the right, and this one's on the left. On the fold. Okay? And this is going to be a little big. I'm going to have to trim it, but that's fine. I'm just going to make sure it lines up for me to cut it this way. Okay, and then I'm going to cut that off. I'm going to take this off so I don't cut that. And then we're just going to cut this off. And it's perfect. Okay, so that's what we got. So now on your right one, you're just going to glue it on the left side of the paper and the bottom. I didn't get the glue. And then make sure the glue is all the way to the edge. Use your thinnest glue so the glue don't take up all the space for tucking. Okay. There we go. And that is glued down. And you can ink the inside. I forgot to do that. You need to move it up. Move it up. Doesn't matter if it's not lined up on the bottom if you don't cut it right, because you're not going to see it because this folds over. Okay, see? Now I'm going to have to cut some of the top. That's fine. I want to make sure this stays lined up though. Before I do that. There we go. Now we're going to cut that off. There we go. So that's what that looks like with a fold coming over from the right. Now we're going to glue this one on this side and the bottom. Do the bottom. And we're going to do this side. Okay? Because you don't need it on the glue on this side because it's folds over. Stick that in there. Push it in. Again, worry more about the top if you didn't cut it perfectly, because the bottom will be covered by that. Okay. And there we go. And again, I'm not going to do that until I make sure the other piece we're going to use. Okay. Now, if you already have some scraps, like I do, you can use them. I can't use that one because it goes the wrong way. I need to get that right out of the picture. Of course, we're going to need snowflakes because of the sled. And do I have any more green? Yes, I do. Snowflakes for the trees. Okay. I'm just going to check them one more time, make sure they're going in right. See if I need to cut any off. Just a little bit, not really much. So that's going there, and that's going there. So we're going to put glue on this piece, on the bottom. You can ink these up if you want. I'm going to show you some that I did ink up. So that's going there. Okay. And now the snowflakes are going to go over here. Okay. There we go. Put that right on there. Make sure it lines up correctly so it's not showing on the other side. Just trying to get that extra glue off. There we go. Line it up at the bottom. There we go. That one's done. Okay? Well, not quite. Then you can take your puncher if you want. And go like this. This puncher did not work because the paper wasn't high enough. My puncher gives me issues. It doesn't like cutting so less of a paper. It likes to go in more. So I'm just going to follow where it punched. And voila. Okay. Make sure that looks alright. Then we're going to come over to this one. Make sure everything's lined up. And then we're going to fold that one over and glue it down. Don't worry about the bottom again because they'll cover it up. Okay, beautiful beings, I'm showing you this proper way to make them because what's next is the mess. And then I just go from there and show you how to make them. And I'll probably fast forward it because it took an hour and a half for me to make all these. There you go. And then, of course, we need snowflakes because of the trees. So we're going to put that right there. So on the bottom and on the right on this one. Just line line it up, make sure the bottom and side are lined up correctly. It's easy just to tap it and it'll line it right up for you. See, nothing's sticking out. So wait for that to dry. I hope that made sense how I did this, because normally you just use the two in the back and I don't like that idea. Okay, now I'm going to use this puncher instead because the other one doesn't like punching these. So I'm just going to put that in the middle and use that punch. Here we go. Okay, I'm going to put tags in it. This and here. I'm basically just showing you a different way to make these. Dark, so that's all, beautiful beings. That one in here. Okay, beautiful beings, I'm just going to stick tags into these. And I'm running out of these little tags because I've been using them. So now we're going to skip ahead to where I was. And what created all of this. Okay, enjoy, beautiful beings. So I was trying to make these. Okay, this is how you cut them. You cut them like this. Right, you have a piece of paper like that. And then you're supposed to cut this out. Okay, just diagonally, just a clear line from the corner to corner. Okay, I did that on both. Okay, but what I'm having problems with is when you put it together like this, it's white because it's one-sided. Okay, I don't like that because it's a waste of paper. Okay, see, I'm wasting paper there. So as you can see, I cut different ones trying to figure out what I can do. Like, and this one's upside down because I wanted a pattern, a print. Okay, and this one would have been upside down. See, that's how it goes after you cut those two off. Okay, and you cut it in half like this. Your 6x6 paper, right, like this, and you cut it in half. Okay, it doesn't matter because it's 6x6. You can cut it that way, this way, any way you want. Okay, and then you have your 6x6 paper, and then you have this. This one lines up. You have this, and then you just cut that off. Okay, and then it turns out like this. So if you did that, that's correct if you're using double-sided cardstock. But I'm not using double-sided cardstock. Okay, beautiful beings. So I cut up this paper. I wasted some of them, and then it dawned on me, Denise, why don't you just use scraps? So that's what we're gonna do, beautiful beings. Okay. So I got all these patterns because I want to mix them all together. Okay. That's why there's all these different patterns. I want to mix them all together and use this 6x6 up. Okay. And again, it don't have to be Christmas. Okay, so I brought these scraps in. Some of them are too big and some of them aren't. But this is what I'm going to be using, so you can use up your scraps. Okay. And then we'll just cut the ones that aren't the right size. We'll just cut them down. Okay. But I got to figure out what I'm putting with what. Okay. And I have this Santa, or this Santa. I have this one. I creased it here and here. You can see it better on the back. Okay. Make sure the camera's not going out, but you can see the creases. I just creased it like that, but I'm going to do that later so you don't get confused. And I don't get confused, but see how I can just take this piece that I cut from this one piece and go like that, but I don't want to. I want to use a different piece. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to use this piece in the back, and then I want another piece, and see how these won't work, because I mean I probably could, they'll be upside down though. I have one piece that's not upside down, so we're gonna go with that. Okay. doing it this way so the top's not glued down, so we can make a pocket out of that also. So we have this, but I'm going to wait to put anything on the back until I figure out what I have enough scrap for. And you can, I should do that. You can color these in. Okay, see, and I didn't think of that before. I'm going to use a marker because then I can get in there. And I'm just going to go like this. So you see some color. Oh, on that side, because I want the red on that side because the green's on this side. And then I'm just going to go like this on that side. Okay? Now we're going to take the green and go on the other side. Just so you see a little color. And then open it up. Okay? And I'm going to come on this side and put more green. Just even it out. Okay? You don't have to do this if you don't want to. I just wanted to see some color when I open the pocket. Okay? So it looks like that on that side, and it looks like that on this side. And I should put more red down in there. So I'm going to stop there. We're not doing the back yet because I want to make sure I have enough paper to do the other ones. Okay. Let me put some tags in there. I found tags, luckily, because I did not want to cut any tags. I did not. So I found some tags, okay, that were small enough and perfect size for these. Okay, so I got these little tags. This one might be too big. Let's see. Yeah, that's a little too big, so I don't want any of them. I think that's the only one. So we're good there, I think. Nope, there's another one. Double-sided cardstock. Alright, so let's see. Okay, beautiful beings. I'm going to fast forward this. I'm just figuring out what tags will fit and which ones won't. And I also want to mention, once I get in the groove, I get in the groove, and I'll slow it down maybe a little bit more so you see what I'm doing, how I'm putting them together. But you can also buy gift cards and put them in the middle instead of a tag, and then put the tags on the outside. Or you could put a note where the tag's on the outside, a little note. You can do all kinds of things with these beautiful beings. You can put them in a card that you're mailing out to somebody. You can give them as little gifts at work, to your friends, to your family. It doesn't matter. You can do all kinds of things with these. Okay, beautiful beings? But I'm just going to fast forward. Because like I said, it took me an hour and a half. And I'm sure you don't want to sit here and watch me do the same repetition over and over again. Okay, beautiful beings? And there'll probably be a part 2 because there's no way I'm going to fit decorating them into this video because it's already so long. Okay, so this will be part 1. Enjoy, beautiful beings. have these notebooks I made. And I don't know if I did. I think I did. I don't know. I don't know if I did a video on this or not, but I was hoping they'd fit in there. So let's see if they fit in here in the middle. Too big. They fit in there. They fit in there perfect. I don't remember if I did a video on this. If I did, it's under Christmas notebooks or something like that. So if you want to see that video, let me know. They're from those tags that you get on bags. When you buy the bags, it's got a little tag and it's hanging. That's what this cover is. It's just a little bag cover, okay? And I just sewed them and made them notebooks, okay? And this paper to fill them that I stuck in there because I was done with them for that year, okay? But I like that. I like that little... What happened to the other tag? Did I pull it out? I didn't know what I had in there. Let's put that one in there. That's a different tag, yeah. So let's put that tag in there. And that tag. So there's a little notebook in there. Okay? I wonder if I have a little tiny notebook. I thought I made some, but I didn't see any up there. And I think I'm going to decorate these in the next video because this video is so long. What goes with this? All right, see how I had this paper and I cut that off that way? Now we're going to use this paper. And I got some cardinals to cover this up. Okay. Now this is where the scrap comes in, beautiful beings. If you have scrap that will fit that little square area, you can use that. It's all right. And I'm going to let that flap fall because I don't want to cut this off when I'm cutting. I want to make sure it's down enough. There we go. If I gotta fix it, I'll fix it. But I think that's good. We'll glue it down and then I'll trim the edge because that's going to stick out a little bit. So I'm going to glue this side and that side, okay? And you really do not need that much glue. I don't know if that's going to glue because I put it on, so yeah, it's going to glue. So we're just going to make sure it goes all the way to the top. I'm not worried about the bottom because the flap will cover it up. Yeah, I know. Snickers wants a treat. Yeah, I know. I'm doing a video. Hang on a minute. All right. There we go. I'm coming. Hang on. Then we're going to cut this off because it was too big. There we go. And before I even fold that over, I'm going to do this again. I'm just going to keep going with this one. Right. So, let me finish this one, Snickers, and I'll get your treat, your lunch. I always feed them at 3. And it's 20 after 3. It's 20 after 3, beautiful beings. That's when they get their wet food for their lunch. Now, if you screwed it up like I did, and you have one left over, just grab it and go like this, all the way to the corner. Okay? Let's use this one. And we're just going to put some glue there. Glue there, and then glue it down all the way to the edge, all the way at the bottom. Okay, I think I'm gonna just upload the video like it is, and then there'll be a part 2 where we decorate them. Okay. And I hope I didn't confuse you. I just screwed them up and wanted to show you how you normally make them. And then, if you don't like that because you have scrap, like me, and want to put a different insert in instead of having them doubled, when you flip them over, we used the sleds, we used that. I'm good, but I'm running out of tags. And I want to do one with this. Let me feed Snickers. Okay, beautiful beings, Snickers is eating. Kit Kat didn't come out because she must not have been hungry yet. She's probably sleeping somewhere. I got this. Let's put this in here. And again, I'm running out of tags. Running out of tags, beautiful beings. Too many colors that go with it, so I might have to make more tags. Put that there. Then, of course, a little tag down here, but I don't have one. Do I? This one's too big. I need more little tags, so I'm going to have to... I don't know. I think I used a whole book of this. I think I did. But you... Here, let's put that back there. But you get the idea. F in there. They're just too big. Too many big ones in there. Okay. That there. Look at all these scraps. I can make more. I mean, I could just take a piece of paper that's a scrap and put them on it. But I think you got the idea. I hope I didn't confuse you. Let me know in the comments if I confused you. If I did, I'm sorry. Or if you've tried this and didn't like it with single-sided, there's an idea for you. Okay, beautiful things. There you go. Okay. There we go. I'll do a part 2, beautiful beings, where we decorate them. And I have this used up and then my scraps. Okay. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful everything.